Well, good, I guess possibly afternoon. Here from Point Iroquois in Whitefish Bay on Lake Superior, Michigan. And if you can see off in the distance there, you'll see the U.S. Coast Guard cutter Neah Bay. Hopefully you can still see them out there working the ice. Breaking that up for the ships. What we're looking at here, pond. If you hear a lot of noise in the background, that's Argo flopping and wiggling constantly. But what we're looking at is where the U.S. Coast Guard and the Canadian Coast Guard have been doing battle for 2 weeks now. The spar was called back home today, so they've been here since the day before the lock opened. So they'll be heading back to Duluth, and the Neah Bay is up here. The Mackinac is tied up there by the lock, and I believe the Bristol Bay is coming up here today to join the Neah Bay. So, but a lot has changed since I was here last. When I was here in, was it January? I think it was January. You know, it was sideways snowing and there's piles of ice, and well, there probably still is piles of ice just covered in snow. Here, let me zoom out a bit. So we are standing on the ice, but not near the edge. You can see that edge out there. I'm gonna zoom out all the way. Oh, that is all the way. So we're standing on these piles, if you can see them. Ooh, it's really crooked. My guess is just solid ice all the way down to the bottom. If we keep going, that's the lighthouse. Right there again, last time I was here, it was sideways snowing. I might cut in a little clip right here. And right down here is the good boy. Standing guard. So it was a very calm day today, which is nice. It was really windy yesterday and cold. And today, well, you see it's sunny. It's just a smidge above freezing, but that, you know, the sun and no wind makes it quite nice. So if we do what we're looking at over there, that I guess ridge you see, that's in Canada. And you might be able to see, if I zoom in here, the wind turbines over there. I hope you can see them. Not turning, of course, because there's not hardly any wind. Which is obvious, because look how smooth that water is. Oh. What a lovely day. Oh, and today is Sunday the 6th of April, 2025. Right. Wearing his little light jacket. It's quite nice. Quite nice. So if you look, if we zoom in here, you can see why we are not close to the edge. Yes. As I've said many times, I do not have any comfort level on the ice, so I am extremely cautious. So I'm going to zoom in here. It looks like the Neah Bay is making a return trip. So the plan for today is, well, I wanted to get out of the house. I wanted to check this out as much as I can. And we're going to keep heading west to Namakong Overlook. And it's a group hike next weekend, and I just want to see what the snow is like there. So give a little report, before the hike. Yep, Neah Bay there is waking it out. They run through at a pretty high speed so they can generate a wake to help stimulate the breaking of these kind of larger pieces. If I turn over here, maybe you can see that. It's not anything that would stop a ship. That plate there kind of in the front, but their goal is to turn big to little. And of course, a lot of this wants to just flow down to the lock and through the lock. And days like today, you hope you get a lot of it rotting in place. Argo is just constantly doing his flop. It's funny. I'm going to do a slow pan here to the right. Oh, we got some people with some children showing up here. So I can tell I did not level the tripod before I did this. So a lot of open water here. Definitely not level. Look at that. Look at that. What a lovely day. All right. I think that'll about do it. He loves the snow. I swear he does that more on the snow than any part of the year. Silly dog. Alright. I'm going to zoom in here on the Neah Bay, and that'll be our closing shot here. They just spun around and heading back out again. Doing good work out there. Alright. Maybe I'll have some more from the rest of today, or maybe I won't. I guess you'll have a better idea than I will at this point. So